The other thing that's come up frequently is compressor station. There's only one compressor station designed right now in terms of what we need to install for initial transport of natural gas.
Can you state that a little clearer, sir?
And we'll get to the questions here a little bit later. No compression along the route initially, up at Waha. Slide, the main thing folks need to know here. Number one, with this being an intrastate pipeline, Railroad Commission agrees with that. They've issued a T4 permit. We've already received our permit to operate the pipeline. That was received back in April. We filed our presidential permit in May of this year, or in May, first part of June. We expect to get that permit somewhere around November. So we fully expect, as we've seen before, with respect to FERC, to issue that permit to allow the border crossing between Texas and Mexico. The other key thing here, as I mentioned, is that we're gonna start securing easements here, probably in a couple weeks, later part of July. We do intend, and I'm moving forward and executing our construction, that we will be starting late 2015, no later than early 2016. So those are some key metrics with respect to the pipeline timeline. Just to touch base again here, I want to reiterate again. Why is this an intrastate pipeline? Number one, it originates and it terminates solely in the state of Texas.
Come on, you gotta be.
The delivery points are along the pipeline within the state of Texas in each respective county. And of course, the Trans-Pecos pipeline ends at the Texas border. And there's another Mexican company that takes responsibility of ownership from the middle Rio Grande into Mexico. And they will rule now that just because you have an intrastate pipeline moving foreign commerce, that does not constitute interstate commerce. So just because you have an intrastate pipeline that's moving into foreign commerce, that does not make it a FERC pipeline. What's in it, right? Who's going to benefit? Obviously, certainly we're moving the gas for CFE. It's their gas, we're transporting. What we recommended to the county, and they did their homework, and they did the right things on behalf of their constituents. They said, wait a minute, we think we want to go check that out. We're going to get with our tax consultant, and they did, to confirm the basis of our numbers. Their tax consultant, T.Y. Pickett, came back and said, look, okay, we reviewed it in the context of how we apply value to the asset, and they agreed that the abnormal tax benefit for the county will be $1 million a year, and that's conservative, could be more. That's strictly up to the tax rate applied by the county and the taxing authority, and how the taxing authorities within Brewster County, whether it's the school district or whether it's the hospital district, I'm not sure the rate, how that's allocated, that's strictly up to them. The other key thing is that we will be looking at a pipe yard south of Alpine. They're quality, Big Bend areas, a pristine area. All right, limited to safety. Let me make a comment about this. I know everybody in here is familiar with the incident that Energy Transfer had in Cuero, Texas, a couple weeks ago.
About the other one.
That investigation is still ongoing. It's not complete. So tonight, we won't be addressing or answering any questions. The other thing I want to address with the last two bullets here, there's been some comments, or people have the perception that we can start construction anytime without any regard to getting the necessary environmental clearances or permits. It's not true. The thing with the easements are two things, from a safety standpoint. No deep-rooted trees can be planted in the 50-foot easement and no permanent structures within the permanent easement. Now, when we received the presidential permit in November, that permit lasts for the life of the pipeline, for the life of the asset. So from a business prudency standpoint, we went ahead and we applied for bi-directional, so should market conditions change somewhere in the future, and there's a need to import gas from Mexico, the permit's already in place. We expect to only use not more than could be anywhere from 8 to 10 million, 20 million gallons of water to hydrostatically test the pipeline.
Eminent domain.
Might as well put it up there. That's the elephant in the room. Everybody wants to know about eminent domain. It is not Trans-Pecos's policy to pursue eminent domain. We have been very successful in over 90% of the cases in securing easements and successful negotiations with the landowners. Is that back a few months ago, I was asked by Miss Sarah if Energy Transfer, Trans-Pecos, will look at alternatives around Alpine. And I said, yes, ma'am, we will do that. But I also told her that there would be no guarantees we would move it, because we thought we had the best route to constructability. This is Sunny Glen right here. This is the existing corridor right here. This is Alpine right in here. And so we're looking at three options. There's an option here back to the east that goes more easterly in Brewster County. There's an option here that once we get in Brewster County, we exit back to the west, and we take it into Jeff Davis County. And then as we proceed with a potential route in Jeff Davis County, there's a split once we get down to Presidio. And then there's different other alternatives we're looking at. That analysis is not complete, but I did promise we would look at that. We still have the toll-free number you can call, leave questions. We get back with you within 24 hours of when the call is placed. Then also, there's the hotline of www.transportationpipeline facts.